Yes, indeed.
Well,
We
won't he
got.
do?
Yeah, man. I'm in the building, man. What's going on, everybody? This is the Relationship Rehab. I am Brian Redmond, aka the Doctor of Discussion, and you are tuned in live to yet another epic episode. And tonight, we have a special guest on tonight. She is by far the finest, the sexiest, the most wonderful wife in the world. Not the world, but the world. I want y'all to give a lovely, warm relationship rehab welcome to my lovely wife, Keishana Redmond. Hey, baby.
Hey, husband.
How are you?
I am wonderful. How are
I
you?
am so excited to have you in the relationship rehab on tonight.
I'm excited to be here. Yes, won't he do it?
Yes. This is going to be awesome. So, while the audience is building, I'm going to just give it a few minutes before we actually dive right in. In the meantime, I'm going to give some shout outs to my man Easy, Eric Abrams. What's happening, brother? My man Woody, I see you, brother. Thanks for tuning in. And whoever else is going to tune in, I'm going to shout y'all out as y'all come into the room. And then we are going to get into the topic on tonight. The topic is going to be amazing. It's going to be thrilling. It's going to be so wonderful. Are you excited about the topic, honey bunny?
I am.
You are?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, she's excited, man. Oh, yeah. Is that my cousin? Hey, Gina, what's going on down there in M-Town? What's going on, show kid? We go way back. That's Julian. Them Julian days. Yes, sir. There go my man Eric joining to the live chat. What's up, man? How you doing, brother? That's good. Glad you stopped by. It's going to be epic on tonight, my brother. I'm glad y'all here. Hey, while we waiting on this audience to build, we got about a good another maybe 3 to 4 minutes. Does anybody have any song requests? Yes, I do. I do sing for the warm up here. So if you got any song requests, let me know. There go my man Doobie. What's happening, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, and everybody that's catching me on Facebook Live right now, you need to make sure that you are signed on to the YouTube channel. So you need to go to YouTube, go to youtube.com, you type that in, and then you're going to see the little search bar. In that search bar, you type the Relationship Rehab. That's 3 words, 1, 2, 3. And then once you get to my page, make sure that you have an account and you signed on. Use your email address and then click on subscribe. I need to get to at least 200 subscribers on tonight. Yes. What up, though? So yeah, make sure you do that. Thank you, brother, for sharing the broadcast. That's what I'm talking about. My man Eric James shouting me out. Pubbing up his boy. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Yes. You got some Luther Vandross. Ooh-wee. You got that Luther. Do you have anything specific by Luther? I am quite well versed in Luther. Yes. Thanks, Reggie, for already subbing to the channel. My man, I appreciate you. My cousin put in a request for some Luther Vandross. Let's see. Where can we go with Luther? You got anything, honey buddy? Any particular Luther song?
No, babe.
Let's see. House is not a home. Do. Do. Yeah. Do. Oh. Yeah. Uh-huh. A chair is still a chair. Mm-hmm. Even when there's no one sitting there. Yeah. What you know about that? A room is still a room. Even when there's nothing there but gloom. See, this is the part right here. But a room is not a house, and a house is not a home when there's no one there to turn the key. Oh, please be there, saying that you're still in love with me. Yeah. Yeah, man. That was just a little medley there I just put together real quick, just to give you a little something. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody got any other ones? Any other ones? Yes. Mm-hmm. If you got the link that's on my page on Facebook, go ahead and send that out to your Facebook pages and get people to join in. Yes, indeed. That's how I got that fine queen. Yeah, man. Yes, indeed. That's just how I got it too. Didn't I sing to you? I sang to you on that first date, didn't I,
Yes,
girl?
you did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so here's what I'm going to do just to keep things moving along. I'm going to bring the topic, all right? So the topic on tonight is, have the roles of men and women in today's world been reversed or redefined? And if so, how, why, and what has caused this? Yes, one more time. Have the roles of men and women in today's world been reversed or redefined, or possibly both? If so, how, why, and what has caused this? So I took some deep thought on this, like I always do, because I'm such a studious chap, and I like to make sure that I'm well versed in my content that I bring to my platform to discuss with my fellow YouTubers. So I was in deep study, and I just thought about this. And what I did was I thought about it, and I was like, man, I kind of think the roles have turned, but then I kind of think they kind of maybe just changed. I don't know if it's just something that's happened over time where people have just changed with the times, or have they actually been redefined? So we're going to see. All right, we're going to talk about that tonight, and I thought about having a different perspective on the platform tonight, which is why I got my lovely wife to join me. Now, I must tell y'all that this is her first time on YouTube, and she is usually close to, or if not sleep at this hour.
Right now.
Okay? Right now?
Right now.
Right now. So, I just want to say thank you for staying up past your bedtime, honey bunny. I appreciate it so much. And I believe that you're going to do an awesome job tonight. You're going to bring a great perspective. And you're going to help enlighten and enrich the minds of tomorrow. Yes. So, actually, let's dive on in. Wait, like I said, I got a couple more people that join me on the Facebook. Hey, subscribe and like and do all that stuff. What's up, Kale? My homeboy from way back. That's one of my 20-year cats there, boy. Yeah, buddy. We go way back when we was driving Cadillacs. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. Super T, what's happening? Yes, she is beautiful.
Thank you, gentlemen.
She is so beautiful to me. She is so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hoped for. You're everything I need. She is so beautiful. Why do we hit the high note? To me.
This guy.
Alright, so let's get it cracking, guys.
Thank you, nephew.
Hey, happy Mother's Day today. That's right, boy, nephew, boy, I did help raise you a little bit, boy.
I love you, nephew.
Yeah, that's what's up. So, here we go with the topic again. Have the roles of men and women in today's world been reversed or redefined? If so, how, why, and what has caused this? So, I'm gonna first turn this over to my wonderful wife. You want to go first and get just your perspective on what you think, or you want me to go first? What you want to do?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. That's what I'm talking about. She ain't scared. She ain't scared at all.
Are you lying?
So, honey bunny, what do you think as far as the roles of men and women in today's world? Have they been reversed or redefined?
Personally, I think that society has changed, and women are looked at differently. As far as say, back in the day, they used to look at single mothers as they would look down upon them.
Okay.
And now it's more accepted.
Okay.
So.
Good point. So do you or what do you think as to how we got to that point? How did we get to that shift, and why or what has caused it?
I believe it's the way you're raised. Being raised by old-fashioned, maybe grandparents.
Right.
You don't want to have a baby out of wedlock. You get married because you get pregnant, and things like that happen. But
Yeah.
if you are raised by a single mother who's a strong mother, it as well, So
I could definitely say I do remember when I was younger, when I was in grammar school and I was in or elementary school, and then I was in high school. It was not common for, girls at 13, 14, 15, 16 to be pregnant. Mm-hmm. And those, I think when I was in maybe 8th grade or 7th grade maybe, I think I may have seen between 7th and 8th grade, I think I may have seen a total of 3 girls that got pregnant. And those 3 girls didn't finish school. They were like out of there. They moved. I don't know. It was like they was here one day and then they was gone the next. And it was like right as soon as we found out as just students that they were pregnant, they were gone. They were not in school in our school anymore. So it was, I guess that was a different dynamic. We didn't see a young teenage girl who is pregnant go full term. We didn't see her with her stomach all the way out to here and she's walking around and she's like, I got 2 months left. My baby shower gonna be this Saturday at school. Everybody go, my friends, we all go come. It's gonna be a party at my. They just didn't do that. And it's like now I see that that's common. You'll see girls in high school, go full term pretty much, and then they'll go have the baby, be off for that 4 or 6 weeks, whatever, and then they'll be back in school. So it that has definitely changed. I've definitely seen that dynamic just totally shift, because it was like when kids got pregnant when I was younger, if you got pregnant, it was like just the worst thing. It's like you ruining your life. You know what I'm saying? And I think that to some degree, I think that back then we kind of crucified our teens a little too hard, or maybe shamed them a little too hard. But I think that we kind of, in trying to find balance in that, I think we kind of like loosened the reins too much to where it's more acceptable, and in some cases even encouraged or treated like a rite of passage for some teenage mothers nowadays. So I could definitely see that. What else do you think about it?
I think that personally, I didn't want to disappoint my grandmother, my mother, my father. I didn't want to disappoint them. So it was more about my own values and morals. And nowadays, you see people at prom pregnant. that was when I was in
Yeah.
school. You wouldn't have seen me at prom pregnant. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just the different dynamic of the world now. You know, it's more
Yeah.
acceptable.
Okay. I think that pregnant at prom, that was never even a thought when I was
Yep.
in high school. I would never even conceive that could even happen, and it definitely does happen today. Um, I guess for me, I feel like there is a part of us as a culture to where we've kind of embraced the concept and the idea of a teenage mom being an okay thing, to the point to where, hey, this happens and it's okay, you gonna be strong and you gonna move on from this, and because it's something that isn't just an immediate detriment that we can see, to where, hey, you had this baby, now you gonna die, because it's not something that severe. I think we've kind of embraced that to be the norm. And I think that part of that is because of the breakdown of the family. I think that because there's no father in the house, and most of the mothers, when they do start having children, they're very young. I think because they have that, they don't have a lot of guidance. So it's like when you 18 or you 17 or you 16 and you have your first child, and then a generation later that child does the same exact thing, and then a generation later that child does the same exact thing. Becoming mothers at such a young age, I think it does such a disservice to not just the child but to that woman, because it robs them of a certain period in their life when they should be figuring out who they are, what they want to be, where they want to go in life. If they want to go to school and go to college and move on and have a career, it kind of robs them of that. I think in some cases they may get postponed, and they may do that later in life, but it's still such a disservice to them, because now you're in your 30s trying to finish school, and when you do, you have to start at a job, and you starting over, to where somebody who didn't have a kid and went to school, they started that same job at 24, and you starting that job now at 35. It's like that person has, you lost 11 years almost in the game of trying to move forward and have a career, and not to mention you got your kids that you're trying to take care of and support and raise, and most of the time you're doing that as a single mother. So if you don't have a husband, you don't have a father who has an active role in that child's life, then you can't be what it is that child truly needs, because you're trying to work and provide.
Right.
So it takes away and it discredits, that aspect of that child's life, and it does a disservice to the woman, I think, too. What do you think about that?
I agree, but the TV shows, the reality TV shows, Teen Mom,
Wow.
what is it? It's not shaming the kids for getting pregnant. It's showing you that you can get a TV show too.
Right.
So
Yeah, I didn't think about that. So
yeah.
why is that? Why is it that there is such a, I guess one of the things that I don't like about today's society is this whole anti-shaming campaign. Everything that we do, or everything that we challenge about somebody, or we challenge with what somebody is doing or how somebody is going about a certain thing, it's like if you try to challenge somebody now, then they call that shaming, and that's just the worst thing in the world. If you challenge somebody on being a single mother, if you challenge somebody on being a teenage mother, it's like it's the worst thing in the world, and it's like they feel like we're trying to shame them, and you can't shame me, you can't make me feel ashamed for what it is, and I'm doing this my life. Or they get the hood rat thing going, like, this my life, you can't tell me what to do, I'ma live my life, I'm good, don't worry about me, my child got everything they need. It's like they going through and they doing that. But it's like, if and another thing too, I guess, is when women call themselves a boss. I'm a boss chick. You can't tell me what. You ain't my daddy. You know what I'm saying? You can't control me. But it's like, I guess, how can you be a boss or a boss chick and you on public assistance? If you getting WIC and you getting not financial aid, but what do they call it? Section 8, and you getting a check. How you a boss? You ain't working. You ain't got your own company. That's what a boss is, a person who has their own and building their own. You getting a subsidized income and you getting a check from the government that the taxpayers are paying for to take care of yourself. That's not being a boss. So it's like I don't get that. I mean, what do you think about that?
I have been around people who rent is dirt cheap, and I was a single mother, and I couldn't get any type of assistance, and I went.
Right.
The truth is the truth. $10 is not going to do anything but buy 2 boxes of cereal. That's it. What is that going to do for me?
Cereal is
expensive. And it's, I was upset because you have people who don't work out of choice.
Right.
And they can get everything. But you have a person who's really doing the best they can and really working all day to take care of their children, and they can't get any assistance. So it's very discouraging to someone who is really trying to do good and do right and not be on the system. So
right. I guess I think I'm not a cold-hearted person. I think there are some young girls and young boys that make mistakes. I do think that. However, well, let me say this part too. I do think that there's some kids that make mistakes. Things happen.
True.
However, I do feel that if the family was kept more intact, if there were, fathers and mothers in the homes, those mistakes would be so far and few and in between that those households could take care of and support those few single teenage mothers that have kids. They could support them and help them get on their feet, and it wouldn't have to be a government thing. I think that over time, because of the breakdown of the family, we've, like you said before, we've lost our morals and values to the point to where this is the only place that I know of, and I could definitely be wrong here, but this is the only place I know of in America where a woman can not be in school, cannot have any type of education, cannot have any type of drive or ambition, can turn around, by having a baby, by getting pregnant, will instantly get food, shelter, clothing for her and her child until that child is grown. And it's not a bad thing to have that type of assistance, but when that assistance turns into a way of life and it turns into a crutch, then I think that is where you begin to perpetuate that type of lifestyle and that mentality. If I knew that if that happened to me and woman got pregnant and she's 17, if she knew that, hey, you getting government assistance for 5 years and after that you're cut off, there is no extension, there's nothing else, I think that would make them be more responsible, number one, with practicing safe sex, and number two, it would make them more of a go-getter as far as getting that education, as far as moving on with their life and putting themselves in a position to where they can turn themselves around and get up on their feet. Because most women that do get on that public assistance kick, it's like the greater majority of them kind of stay there, and it's like by the time that other kid is 3 or 4, they usually got another one on the way by either the same dude or a different dude. So what do you think about that?
I think it all goes back to the morals and values that they're raised with. I believe that what you see in your home is generally what you're going to choose for yourself.
Very true.
So personally, I didn't want to come home with a baby because I didn't want to disappoint my grandmother and my grandfather. Yeah. So that meant more to me than anything. Yeah. So I believe it's about the beliefs and values that you have within yourself.
Yeah. Wow, so. That's good. That's good. I think that that whole morals and values thing, I think that we talk about that a lot as a people and as society, and we all want to have good morals and values, but I think that because we don't have that family structure, I think that morals and values get construed. I think they get blurred. I think those lines get blurred. I think there are things that happen to where, you know, the morals and values of the home today and what they were 20 years ago, totally different. Because at the end of the day, we've allowed the family structure to be so watered down and to be so deconstructed that it's okay to do whatever it is as long as you live in your life, because can't nobody judge you but God. Right. And it's like when you have that type of mentality, then there's no checks and balances. Because if I feel that I can do whatever I want to do and it's okay because can't nobody judge me but God, then that just gives me carte blanche to do whatever it is I want. And at the end of the day, if I fall on my butt, if I fail, if I stumble, if I fall, then I'm gonna fall back on the government assistance kit, or I'm gonna fall back and live with my grandmama, or I'm gonna fall back and live with somebody that's gonna let me just lay up on them, and I'm not gonna have to go out and get nothing. And by the time I start to do that and start to grow into wanting to have my own, I'm 30. And it's like when you trying to do that, you putting yourself at such a disadvantage. Just like you getting in a relay race and the gun goes off and you waiting 30 minutes before you start running because you sitting back doing what it is that you doing, living your life and doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like because you're doing that, you putting yourself at a disservice, and now when you try to start the race, you playing catch up for the rest of your life. You know, so that was good stuff, honey. I like that. You gave some good perspective there.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm so proud of you. Yeah, let me check in with everybody and see what's going on. I want to give a shout out to Sylvester. What's happening? I want to give a shout out to Snuggles and Eric's still around. Okay, both Eric's in there. What's up? I want to give a shout out to Vic. I want to give a shout out to Bree. What's going on? Hope y'all enjoying the conversation that we having right now with me and my lovely wife. Yes, indeed. She looks so lovely. Don't you agree? Yes.
You got terrible.
I'm sexual chocolate. She's sexual vanilla.
You
yes, that's what I'm talking about. My baby over there. Girl, baby, jump over this table. You better watch yourself now. Oh, man. Yeah, so I guess one of the other things that I wanted to talk about, just like a couple of points that I had about this, was, number one, I feel that we don't have, and I guess I can hone this in a little bit to us. We don't have a solid blueprint to build healthy relationships from.
That's true.
And I think that's where we need to start. We need to start building better foundations so that we can get to have better buildings. You know, it's like if your foundation is weak, whatever you try to build on top of that, it's going to be suspect. It's going to have problems. It's going to have issues. You can't build on a bad foundation because you're going to constantly be trying to repair and try to fix this and fix that because the foundation is weak. So I think that if we start having a stronger foundation, then we can actually build some things that are going to sustain, that are going to stand for quite some time, and they're going to be stronger. So when I say that, I'm saying things as far as the whole concept of just reestablishing the family, you know, getting married before you get pregnant. That to me is just such a huge thing. It's like I believe that today we have just completely forgotten that. Like women today will get pregnant and have a baby and then talk about they engage. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a dude is gonna sleep with any. I'm just saying, you can disagree.
I just want to say,
go ahead,
that you might have somebody that won't stay off of you, like
what you
the
mean?
Relationship Rehab person over here facing me. You know, I just want to say, when you're trying to live right, you know, when you're engaged, sometimes.
What you mean when you engaged and you trying to live right?
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm
sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm going to let him talk. I'm going to let him talk.
What you saying? Are you talking about the
you
time?
You said
okay,
get married and then have a baby.
Yeah.
So that means basically practicing abstinence, right?
I didn't say that. You said that. Now, hey, We did not have our baby out of wedlock.
We did not.
Our baby was.
But you tried plenty of times.
Yes,
you did. Yes, you did.
No. Now,
y'all, I was always like, no, we have to wait. Stop. Y'all see my face?
Y'all know good and well.
Y'all see my face?
Y'all know good and well. Them no's was really yeses.
You know what?
She was like, no.
We just gonna go on back to the conversation.
She was like, no, don't. Yeah, go ahead.
You know what?
Yeah. Hey, look. I'm just telling you now. That's what.
No,
what it
that's
was.
not right, Snuggles.
Exactly.
It was
it's
not
my
his job to
try.
The devil.
Yes, exactly. It was like.
It was no Jesus in that.
Look. Look here.
I'm like, we want our relationship and marriage to be blessed. He like, it's gonna be blessed.
It is. I'm gonna bless you. Yeah, I'm gonna bless you, and you gonna bless me.
You know what?
We gonna bless each other. That's what we was doing. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, let's pause and talk about that for a second. So if you in a committed relationship, right? And then you
trying to live right.
Okay.
Trying to live right.
Okay. You trying to live right.
Trying to live right.
You trying to live right. And you get engaged. Okay. Going through marriage counseling, all that good stuff. I mean, have a wedding date set. All right. I ain't talking about we got no 4-year engagement going on. We are engaged, have a date set, planning, ordering stuff, buying stuff, locking in the venues and all that stuff. We doing all that. You mean to tell me that you still supposed to like wait for sex? It don't even. I don't even see the purpose of that. Like if I could have, I love my wife so much. If I could have, I would have married her the day we got engaged. But she wanted a wedding, and that takes time and money. So because of that, and you gonna get a chance to rebut.
I'm just gonna let you go ahead and do it. You know,
because of that, I think that is what made that period to where it's okay to have sex during that time, because you are already in the process. You're engaged. See, you're engaged to be married, so it's gonna happen. You have a date set, and then it's just gonna be, well, hey, we just gonna do this ceremony thing. But I'm committed to you. You committed to me, girl. It's going to be, we're in this love together.
So,
around that last. So I'm just saying.
So we didn't move in together until we were married.
Right.
Right. So you shouldn't be juicing until you married.
Well, what you think I was going to come visit?
Y'all know who was crying afterwards? Y'all know who was at church on the altar? Me. Y'all know who was feeling bad?
Will forgive
this
you.
guy.
The Lord will forgive you.
He was like, girl, you know. Girl, you know, That was him. I'm just saying, I'm telling y'all.
All I'm saying is that's you know, man. Right. It was good to test the waters. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, that's one time. See if you like it.
I could have been
you
whacked
feel me? You
in
see
the
if you
sack.
like it. You see if you like it.
If I'd have been whacked in the sack, she'd be like, I got to change. I'm switch the game up. This ain't gonna
one
work.
time, maybe twice. You slide in there the second time, right?
When you test drive a car, do you ride around the block? Or do you go around the neighborhood? You have to go around the neighborhood. You got to bend some corners.
This guy.
I'm just saying what you got to do. I don't know. It's just like, man. Right, you see what I'm saying? The wedding is for women. And that's fine. Back in the biblical days, let's go back.
You do not want to start talking about the Bible. And you talking about juicing before marriage.
Let's go there. Let's go back to the biblical days. Back in the biblical days, there wasn't
if you are a pastor, please call us at
we gonna get married.
777-9311. I'm just saying. Because this guy.
I'm saying, look, back in the biblical days, people was not getting engaged and then waiting 6 months to a year to get married. They didn't have to pay to rent out the forest.
Well, they was hitting people in the head with a big old stick and dragging you into the cave with them.
They didn't have to rent the forest out. They didn't have to go and find all of the top chefs and cooks in the land to come and prepare. They didn't have to go and get all these ice sculptures and all that stuff made. They just said, hey, look, this what we gonna do. We out here.
That's right.
Link up arms and it's on.
Thank you.
Yes, I do.
Snuggles,
yes, you
you right.
Now we going.
Thank
what
you.
Snuggles say?
Thank you. A marriage is when people first have sex on their bodies and they become one. Yes.
One in that marriage?
Yes. Yes. You see that?
I guess. All right, look. So here's what we going to do. I'm going to give out this phone number and we're going to see if we can take a couple of calls.
Come on, Eric. Call on in. Let the Lord use you on today.
Take a couple of calls. And the telephone number is 970-HEY-BE-RED. HEYBRED. I don't know what those numbers are on the phone. So you're going to have to look at your phone and figure it out. I'm just keeping it real. 970-HEY-BE-RED. Yeah. So you check that out. And also, for those of you that's watching, make sure that you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. I have to have 200 subscribers before tonight is over. My parole officer told me that if I don't have these 200 subscribers, that they gonna violate my parole, and I'm gonna be doing a relationship rehab from the jail cell.
I'm not married
to a felon.
I just want y'all to know.
I got kids to take care of. I got a wife that needs me. Okay, so don't send me to jail. I would be doing a full body shot, but I'm ashamed of my ankle bracelet that I have on because I'm on the house arrest. Did y'all hear that? I said the house arrest, not just house. I'm on the house arrest.
On today. On tonight.
Yes. So, yeah. I need those subscribers, y'all.
We know,
Eric. They're going to lock me up. I'm locked up. Won't let me out. No.
Brother, we know.
They're going to give me the Akon treatment now. Come on now. Yes. Subscribe. So, yeah, we're going to do that with this, with a couple of phone calls. We're going to take a few of those. But getting back to the topic, which was, before I was so rudely interrupted and derailed by my amazing wife.
My bad.
Yes. Don't she look amazing? Yes, she does. And so I'm going to, okay, I got you. Yep. That's my producer, Mike P, who's taking care of me, getting it going. Yeah. 970, hey, be ready. Yep, that's it, Eric. That's it. Yeah, buddy. But, yeah, my other point that I would like to make, too, is I guess that over time, it has become a part of our culture to diminish the concept of, and this is me standing up for my men out here, of men being the head or being in the household, period, as an important and essential part of just successfully raising children, having the right type of balance in the home. And in other societies and in other countries, you can clearly see that that's something that's kept intact. So it's like, that's something to me that I see is just being something that's, we've kind of like lost that. I think that us just dismissing that to say, hey, a man being in the house is a good thing. People will say that, but it's not something that's an expectation. And we'll say that a man that's not in the house, well, you got to just do it on your own. You know, you got to be the mother and the father. You can be you get your Mother's Day and you get Father's Day too, girl. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of mentality is something that that I think that has definitely changed how we do things. And I think that has a big impact on what's going on. Look at Eric. See, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me just say this right here. So y'all see that I did not know my phone number, and I gave y'all the 970 hey be red, right? One of my fellow brethren on the web, he went, researched, pulled out his phone, and actually read them numbers and posted it. That's what I'm talking about. Each one, reach one, teach one. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, man. You got me. I see that. I see that. You got my back. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. So that's 439-2733. Yes, there we go. Yes, indeed. So, I'm gonna check out this Facebook Live here, and I'm gonna see if we can get this phone call here going. And I need to turn on my Google Voice. Is that what it is? Google Chat, Google. It's not the Hangout thing. It's let's see here. All right. So it is on. It wasn't ringing because I got my whatchamacallit on. So I'm gonna turn that on so that it will ring. Yep, get that do not disturb off. There we go. My viewers are waiting for me. Please come back. I'm back now. I had some things to do, some technical difficulties. Yes. All right. So, honey, do you have anything that you want to add that you think about what I said? She probably wasn't even listening.
I want to say, you know what? Mm-hmm. Your spirit is not right, honey. I'm just saying. I'm going to say that I think some women, not all women, mm-hmm. There's a difference in wanting a man and needing a man. Okay? So if I can cut my own grass, or I can pay somebody a lawn service to cut my grass, I can wash my car, I can go to the car wash and get my car washed. I can take out my own trash. I can mow the lawn. I can pick up the leaves. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference in wanting a man and needing a man. I was finna say it.
Own job. You got your own IND.
That used to be my theme song when I was single. Boy.
God dog.
That used to be my theme song when I was single. You know, so I know how it feels to be single and have your own, and then to go and be in a relationship and share that and give someone access to you. Basically, you giving them access to hurt you and love you because you don't know which way it's gonna go. Okay. So, I mean,
is there fear in that?
There's definitely fear in it.
So, if you are afraid to love, or to let somebody in to your or have access to your emotions, your resources, your time, and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying you have to allow someone to hurt you to allow them to love you because you don't know which way it's going to go. They can hurt you and they can love you. Okay. You don't know which way it's going to go. Basically. So sometimes it's easier to be by yourself so you don't have to worry. I don't have to. I'm not going to hurt myself. Right. So, I mean, if I let someone in and I trust him and I give him my heart, is he going to break it? Is he going to cheat on me? Is he going to have a baby on me with the girl down the street? I mean, you don't know. So, that's what I mean by you have to allow someone to hurt you. Why you
gonna put our business out there?
Babe, don't play with me.
I take care of my kids.
Didn't you hear my theme song? INDE.
Don't talk about my kids on the block over. That is not cool. Okay?
You, man. You.
So, well, let me ask you this. So, if you have that in your mind of, like, I guess opening up, trusting somebody, letting somebody in, then I guess it's like, what is it that makes you say, I'm gonna either give it another shot and give somebody else that opportunity, or just saying, you know what, forget it, I'm not gonna let nobody in, I'm done, I'm signing off like the old school AOL, goodbye, and then that's it. What is it that keeps you from doing that then?
I didn't know I was in love with you until you didn't call me one day.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And I was like, oh, he acting funny? I ain't heard from B-Man today. Like, let me call him and see what he on. And I called you, and you was like, hey, what's up? I'm like, oh, it's like that?
Yes, I'm glad you're telling the truth, because that's exactly how that conversation
went. I am not going to hell for
I call, I see my phone ring. I'm like, oh, okay, it's my baby. Hey, what's going on? Oh, it's like that? I'm like, huh? Like, what is that? What do you mean? It's like, what? What are you talking about? You ain't called me. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, okay, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, it's like that. I'm like, man, I ain't called just one time, and there we go.
And I'm telling you, I was at a point in my life, I said, I'm going to be single. I'm going to travel the world. It's going to be on, getting my motorcycle. And look what happened.
What
Bit
happened
by the
to her?
bug.
That chocolate got up
Ain't
on
turned
it. She
ain't
just
turned
couldn't
around
turn
since.
around. She was
I don't
like,
know.
I give in, Daddy. Here I am.
Ignorant.
Take me, I'm yours. Take me, I'm yours. I'm willing.
This guy.
Ooh, baby. That was it. Yep.
What am I
And
gonna
that's
do
when
with
she
you?
started molesting me on a regular basis. And I've been in this abusive relationship for the past 5 years. I need help. Can somebody give me one of them phone numbers you call where the car come up and just pull up in front of the house and I run out and jump in and they take me away?
888.
I'm
He
being
ain't going nowhere.
abused. Y'all, please help me. Do you see the seriousness in my eyes? You see the big eyes? Big eyes mean there's a problem. Okay? When you see the eyes go big like that, there's a problem. I need help. Somebody
Eric,
please.
come get your brother.
She is like, yes, on the regular. It's constant, nonstop molestation, people. This is not a game. Y'all need to help me. Send somebody here to help me. Okay? All right. Yeah. But I guess it's like when you, I mean, because with me, I've been divorced. You've been divorced before. And it's like, I guess for me, I wanted that love. I wanted that relationship. I wanted to put myself, in the position to be vulnerable, I guess, again, because I guess I look at like the upside of being with somebody that is truly a friend, a lover, and a soulmate, all that wonderful stuff. I see the gain in it, I guess, and I'm more of a person that I don't mind gambling when I'm gambling big and it's a calculated risk to it. So I guess that's what kind of made it easier for me. I did have to go through my period of just being by myself and doing things that way, but I guess I was just able to do that and put it on the line. Let's go to the phone since they ringing. Okay. Yes, let's press 1. I should send you the voice. No, I'm just playing.
Just bogus.
All right, this is my man Eric. Eric, you there, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
You can hear me good?
Yes, I hear you. I hear you.
Awesome. Huh? Oh, it has to be in front of the mic. Now, this is going to get real ghetto, y'all. This is going to get real ghetto right here, right now. Okay. There's the mic. There we go. We good? You got him? Okay. Eric, would you like to weigh in on the topic on tonight?
Okay. Hey, first of all, I want to say this. That, Guru, I really appreciate your forum. I think that you are definitely necessary, and I want to promote you as much as I can, brother.
I appreciate that, man.
So with that, I love and appreciate you. I think the topic is, you started out with talking about matriarch and patriarchal constructs in society. I think that's what the topic was. I'm not sure.
Okay, it was kind of like just talking about the roles of men and women, which you could definitely put that spin on it. Yes, absolutely. And like, have they changed or have they been reversed or whatever the case may be? Go ahead.
Okay, I would say that generally, with the Western culture, the roles with men and women ebbs and flows. Now, I'm a statistics guy, so worldwide it is about 1 to 1.7 when it comes to men and women, and with America it is 1 to 98%. So there's a little bit of a higher percentage of men than women. That's not the issue. I think the issue is how we approach our roles when it comes to relationships. Now, unfortunately for women, we in the Western society traditionally have a patriarchal system. We have a system that revolves around men being the head. But there was another panel that I was on with you, Guru, and you said that if there is an alpha female and a beta male, then that male must acquiesce to saying that that female may need to be the lead.
Yep.
I have no problem with that, brother.
Right.
But we're talking about real world situations. And the real world situation is that men want to be in the lead. And as an overarching construct, that's a problem. That's a big problem.
How so?
Because I don't think that in every situation a man needs to be the quote unquote lead. And I think that as men, I can only speak for men, we need to understand that. Case in point, my wife is better with finances than I am. She has to be the lead when it comes to our checkbook, brother. That's it. Well, I'm gonna spend it.
Right. I totally get that. I totally get that. I think that it's kind of like having I think men want to be more of a like a president or a CEO, where they are the figurehead, they are out front, they are the face of their team or their castle or their kingdom, whatever you want to call it. But there's also that woman that is there, that is that counselor, that is that Congress, that is the board, if you will. They are I believe that women are in their best role when they are that person that brings it all together, not necessarily behind the scenes, but behind their man. And I'm just gonna say it like that, like it is.
It depends upon the construct of the organization. Today, I met with the chief operations officer of Facebook, Sheryl Sandberg. I met with her to promote my resiliency program, and it was a very robust and productive meeting.
Right.
But she was the lead, Guru. She was the lead.
Okay.
That it's just what it is. She's worth $1 billion. I'm worth, whatever I'm worth. But
you worth a little change, man. You worth a little change, brother. You worth a little change. Don't play that. You worth a little change, man. You got a little change here and there, man.
Guru, I was educated in Texas public school, so if I carry the one the wrong way, I'm one.
Yeah, buddy. But in that instance, though, when you were there, you knew the role that you were in, and you knew how to be in that role, though, right? But however, if you were given the proper platform, you are able to step into that lead role, that alpha male role, whatever you want to call it. You're able to do that, and it's not a problem for you to do it. Then, would I be correct in saying that?
Well, I would say on a microcosmic scale, yes. Because I'm going to Facebook, hopefully within the next week or so, to present my platform. So on a microcosmic scale, when it comes to my platform and my program on resilience, I will be the alpha. But when it comes on a macrocosmic scale, when it comes to how Facebook is run, she is the chief operations officer. So I think when it comes to, let's drill it down to relationship. When it comes to a relationship, I think that a good lead, if we're going to go on a patriarchal system, when we talk about a man being a lead, a good lead knows how to play the people on the team.
Right.
And that's one of the problems that a lot of men have.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And I believe that the reason why that is because men and women alike, we don't have blueprints. We don't have that person that was before us that showed us the way and showed us the mistakes that they made so that we would know not to make those mistakes. They weren't there to show us how to get out of situations, how to not put ourselves in bad situations, and how to set us up for success. And because we don't have that, I believe that is what actually puts us in a situation to where it's just like if you're trying to get to level 100 and you start out and your great grandfather starts out at level 1, he makes it to level 10. His son should then start at level at least 8 and should get to level 20. You see what I'm saying? Because he has something he can look back at. He has some history that he can look and lean to, and he has some wisdom that he can draw from to be a better version of what has come before him. In our culture right now, we don't have that. We have that person that starts out at level 1, they get to level 8, and then their children come along, and they're either not in a position to help them or set them up for greater success, and they basically starting out at level 1 or level 2, and they might make it to a level 8 because we don't have a mentality of legacy. We don't think about leaving something to our children. We always the first one to be like, hey, everything I got, I'm gonna get buried with it. I ain't got no insurance, or I just got just enough to bury me with. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of our society, our culture. However, in other cultures, they set their kids up to be successful, to the point to where there's such a trend and such a longevity piece to it, and it's been going on for so long that most children get set up and get some type of inheritance, not from their mother and fathers, but from their grandmothers and grandfathers, because their parents, grandmother and grandfather set them up. So they're already a generation ahead to where me being a parent now, it is my burden to set my daughter up, right? However, it should be to where I don't have that burden because my daughter's grandmother and grandfathers should have been the ones to set her up. You see what I'm saying? So I should be focused on setting up my daughter's children, my grandchildren to be. That's how it should be. That should be the natural order of things, because if we're building a kingdom and we're building wealth like that, then it should be to where the generation before us has paved the way so that the generations that come after us is our responsibility, not the generation that we give birth to. You see what I'm saying? So that gives us more time, and it gives us a bigger and better, gives us more resources to set them up. You know, it's just like back in the days when a daughter would get married, she would get married and that daughter's father would pay for the wedding or bring the dowry. They would do that because they know that husband is going to be the one that's going to perpetuate and carry on the name and the legacy, and those resources should be kept in that family.
I think you said a lot. I agree with a lot of what you said. I just want to expand the narrative, Guru. I think that when it comes to this, because you talked recently on a forum that I was on, a panel about marriage being a business, and a good CEO or a good president of a company knows how to leverage his assets.
Right.
And in a marriage, the assets is people. And one of the problems that I think that men have, I don't like to talk about women because I'm not a woman. I will say that one of the problems that men have is that we don't know how to leverage the assets in our business, which is the marriage. You know?
Yeah.
And we need to learn how to acquiesce sometimes. Because just because I got a penis and I'm strong, don't mean that I'm better.
Right.
And I got a small penis, so that means I'm definitely not better. Okay? So, we need to learn how to leverage the assets that we have in the relationship so that we can achieve communal success. If that means acquiescing to the female, because you said it, Guru, you said sometimes there is a alpha female and a beta male.
Yeah.
And that that beta male needs to know how and when to acquiesce to the alpha female. But because we live in a patriarchal society where a man's worth and his value is measured by how much he can will and deal, we don't want to do that. And we need to learn how to do that.
Okay.
It's difficult, but it's necessary.
Got you.
You look like you come from a marriage where you have, with all due respect, in the little time that I've known you, you appear to be an alpha male. But you're
damn straight man.
I'll let him do that.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
But your wife appears to be an alpha female.
Okay.
You know, and so there has to be a balance there so that individuals who are alpha in a relationship know how do we leverage our strengths so that we can be successful.
Okay.
And that's age old.
Right. All right.
I'm
gonna let my wife go ahead and respond to that. Do you still need him on the line, honey?
Yeah, he can stay on.
Okay. Because I gotta like hold this,
Oh,
and this is
you'll
getting
be fine.
like really heavy.
You're
Go
strong.
Ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
So I just wanted to say it was hard for me to, as you say, submit to my husband because I was so independent and I was used to doing everything myself. So it was a struggle for me because if anyone said the word submit, I got attitude. I'm just going to be honest. But I know my husband, I trust him, and as long as the Lord is leading us, I don't have a problem with following him because I know his heart. I know the person that he is in the inside. So to me, I don't have a problem following him because I know where his heart is.
And not to mention, I got one of the best chokehold moves this side of
You
the
know
Midwest.
You know what?
You know what? Y'all crazy. But I will say this. I'm just gonna call you Mrs. Guru.
Hey man, don't be throwing that tongue around that loose.
I have seen you on a panel and you are hilarious.
Guru. I'm trying to So even with that, Mrs. Guru, I will tell you, because it sounds like I could be wrong, but it sounds like you're a person of the Christian faith. Am I correct?
Yes, you are, sir.
Okay, so even with that, even with submission, I would take you to Proverbs 31, chapters 10 through 31, when they talk about a wife of noble character. That woman was industrious. She had her own business. Mm-hmm. She made sure that the house was set up, and her husband was sitting on his behind at the front gate bragging about his wife. So even with that submission.
But that's pimping. That's different.
No, come on, man.
All right, go ahead.
But what that profile presents us in Proverbs is that this woman was industrious. She had a set of skills. She was able to multiply those skills, and her husband saw the profit from those skills. He was able to take a back seat, if you will, from the minute that she woke up, because it says she sets her house in order. Do I need to switch? She's the one that makes sure that everyone in the house is doing what they're supposed to do. And her husband, he said clearly, that there are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. And that was because of her industriousness. So I think that, again, with all due respect, Mother Guru, that even in submission,
now I'm a mother.
Push it on her.
Right?
Jesus.
She gonna own it. She gonna own it.
Gee.
She gonna own that thing.
Yeah.
Guru, you're not gonna own that thing by yourself.
I ain't ready for that.
I
ain't ready for that now.
So even with all due respect, Mother Guru, about your offering of submission does not mean less than. That means that you're recognizing who is the head, but you're able to operate in the area that you can operate in. I couldn't do what I'm doing right now without my wife. That's true. When I met with the COO of Facebook today, and we were able to lay out the platform for the business that my wife and I are starting. The first thing I did was call my wife. That was the first thing. I said, baby, this is what Facebook is offering us. They want us to come and give a presentation. What do you think?
Okay.
And I could not operate without the counsel of my wife. And I will not move forward without her involvement. She is definitely necessary. I can't do it without her, brother.
I believe my husband is the same way.
But yeah, and I guess my thing is, I can't keep holding this. All right, I'm gonna end this call, then I'm gonna switch it over so I can do the phone better, and that'd be easier. So if I need you to call back, I'll just tell you to call back, and then you can just call back in. Okay.
All right, I love and appreciate you, brother.
Hey man, I appreciate you too, brother. Love, man. All right.
All right, out here.
Yep. All right. So I think that what he's saying, I think makes he makes a great point. But I guess the whole thing that I guess I believe is that I look at marriages, and I look at just how the dynamic of men and women being together. I look at that like a team. It's like a team sport. So,
I agree.
and to reference that, I guess would be like the let's take like the Bulls. All right, the Bulls. Great run, in my opinion, the greatest basketball team that we have ever seen, hands down. All right. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, John Paxson, Steve Kerr. Who else was on that team? The other guy, Horace Grant. Right. So you're talking about B.J. Armstrong.
B.J. Armstrong.
Yes,
he was on there too.
Yes, he did.
I used to watch basketball
by going and putting a note in the president's hand.
I knew somebody, babe. You excited?
He messed up. Yeah,
Look
you
at
did.
the Lord.
I'm proud of you.
Yes.
Good job, honey bunny.
Thank you, babe.
Yes. But I think that team was a great team because everybody on that team knew their part. So yes, Michael Jordan, the GOAT, hands down. All y'all LeBron fans and all that stuff, y'all, yep, talk all you want to talk, but Mike didn't lose at the end of the day. That being said, getting back to my point, I think that Michael Jordan, he was the focal point of that team. He was the GOAT and all that good stuff, but I believe that the best thing about that team was the fact that they were able to have a star and a bunch of great role players. Mm-hmm. Everybody that was on that team knew their role. Everybody on that team knew that Mike was the man. They knew that Mike was the head and all that good stuff, and they supported him in that, which made them a great team. It made everybody on that team better than what they originally were because they played with Mike. They practiced against Mike. All of those things contributed to them being a great team. However, if someone had a different agenda and they wanted their shine, like Kobe and Shaq in LA, and they want to be that star, then that's going to cause conflict and it's going to weaken the team. What Kobe and Shaq could have did together, if they would have stayed together longer, possibly could have surpassed Mike and his crew. But because they weren't able to do that, they had to separate. Yeah, Kobe got 2 other rings on the side. Yes, Shaq went and got him another ring and all that good stuff. But I think you kind of diminish your legacy, if you will, when you do that. So I think that with what Eric was saying, when you're talking about men and women being in those roles, it's great when they are working together. However, when you have women and you have men that don't know their roles, when they don't know how to play their positions, then you not necessarily lose, but you kind of diminish your legacy. Because at the end of the day, a husband and wife couple that don't know their roles, as opposed to them being millionaires, if they know their roles, they could possibly be billionaires. You see what I'm saying? So it's nothing wrong with a power couple, being able to have millions of dollars. But however, if you could turn those millions into hundreds of millions, why wouldn't you do that? And it could just be something as simple as knowing your role and playing your position, because together everybody achieves more. Ooh, did you throw that acronym for team in there? Yeah, I did that on tonight. So that was, I guess, my point to say that when you're talking about the female and the beta male and the beta female and the alpha male and the alpha female, you are correct with what you were saying, Eric, and what I said too, that there are some times when there is an alpha female and a beta male and they can work together well as a team. However, that's not the norm. Most of the time, the male is the alpha male, and the female, even though she may have the ability or the capacity to step up into an alpha female role, is usually the beta of that group. Because at the end of the day, your wife can support you and she can do whatever it is that you need her to do. And at the end of the day, if for some reason you weren't able to do it, she could step into your shoes and she could do a great job. Oh, yeah. However, she's not best at that. So what she is doing at her best is what I believe is what people should strive to do. I'm not saying that I couldn't be a good fireman, but that's not what I would be at my best. You see what I'm saying? What I'm doing now, right now, talking about relationships, helping people with their relationships, talking about topics and ideas, that's what I am best at. My trade, however, is a computer technician, and I'm good at that. But it's not something that I can't do. It's just something that I can do, but I am not my best at it. So that's what I'm saying. And that's what I guess most of us should actually strive to be, is the best version of ourselves. And whatever that may be, if it's doing playing role A as opposed to playing role B, you should do that. If it's saying I'm going to be this on this team and support the team this way as opposed to doing that, that's what you should do. As opposed to just saying, well, I can do it too. You know, we have that mantra that we've taken on to where no matter what we do as men and women, we got this thing to where all we do is say, well, you can do it too, girl. And it's like, yeah, you can, but that's not what you best at. Why would you want to be something that you're not the best at? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, do you want to just do what you're doing to prove a point, or do you want to do what you're doing because you're great at it? So that's what I would say would be the thing that most of us should strive to do and strive to be. We should strive to be at our best. What is it that you do that makes you the best you that you can be? And at the end of the day, when you talk about things like parenting, is it possible for me to take care of my newborn baby? Absolutely. But my wife is incredible at that. My wife did an outstanding job taking care of our newborn baby. She was amazing. You know, the intuitiveness, the ability to hear the baby cry or even move in the bed while I was asleep. I couldn't do it. She was way better at it. If I had to, I could have, but she was great at it. So why would I not let her be great? Why would I try to compete with that and say, well, I can do it too, girl. Wife, you don't know what you're doing. There's no reason for me to compete with her, because what she does helps contribute to our team. So I'm going to let her be the best that she can be. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean as far as the alpha male and alpha female thing. When you talking about, like you said, paying the bills, things like that, your wife is in charge of the checkbook. Your wife is in charge of the finances because that's something that she's great at. That's absolutely the way it's supposed to be, because what she's doing, even though in that particular aspect she takes a lead role, she is still contributing to the team. My thing that I have with the alpha male and alpha female thing is when you're not contributing to the team and you are doing it for your own personal glory. When you're doing it to try to prove a point that you can do it, then that's selfish. You know what I'm saying? To some degree. So it's like when you always have that team mentality, that team aspect, and everything you're doing is for the team, then you always know, hey, I'm playing my role. I'm playing this position to do that. So that's what I mean by that. So what do you think about that, Honey Bunny?
I think he didn't want to get up with the baby because he didn't want to get up. I lost sleep. I'm just saying, she finna be 4, y'all. I still wake up in the middle of the night. She don't even wake him up. So that's why he didn't get up with the baby. I'm just saying. I just had to put that out there, y'all, and be honest with the relationship rehab. I'm just saying.
Hey, I was thinking about the relationship rehab being born 4 years ago today. I was focused on being the doctor of discussion. You know what I'm saying? On today. So that's why I was preparing for the team to win like we winning now. That's some bullshit. I ain't want to get up, y'all.
I think that the role thing is, when I had to be the head of the household, I was good at it. But I know my place. And I love being a wife. I love being a mother. I love having my times where I get on my motorcycle and just go. I like being able to be me, and he allows me to do that. And we enjoy each other. It's some people that's married who don't enjoy being together.
Yes.
I love when I can send a text and flirt all day, or send him a kiss, or I like being at home. I like spending time with him. I like just watching TV, our TV shows we have during the week. I like laying on the floor and coloring. I like cooking dinner and cooking breakfast for him every morning before he goes to work, because when he leaves, when he eating on his way to work, then he's thinking about me, you know. So
I'd be like, baby, let's bacon off the chain. It's the thick slice bacon too. It ain't just like that cheap bacon. It's the thick slice.
I need y'all to really pray for him. But I mean,
she cooked the thick slice bacon for me, y'all. That's a sign of a good woman.
I just think that it depends on the woman and how you were raised. Once again, so I was raised to take care of him, and if I do my job, then he won't want nobody else. So I like doing my job. I like being with him. I like talking to him on the phone. I like flirting, texting. I like everything. So I'm okay. I like what I do. So
Snuggle said he think I hit the jackpot. Cha-ching! Jackpot! Yes, I did, brother. I got me a good one, man. At the end of the day, I absolutely did. He said it's pork belly bacon.
Yep. That's what it is.
Hey, bacon is the best thing. It go with everything, and there is no substitute. All you turkey bacon eaters out there,
yeah, I don't know about.
You're lying to yourself.
Y'all, bacon give me migraines, and I make sure I take pills so that I won't get one. Cause
y'all people out there eating that soy bacon, turkey bacon, chicken bacon. You are really lying to yourself. Okay, I'm just saying, it's the hog, that pork, bacon, thick slice. It ain't nothing like it. It go with everything. Think of something that it don't go with. Do it go with steak? Yup. Do it go with potato? Yup. It go with everything.
Wait a minute.
Burger? Yup.
Snuggle said you stayed to sleep at night so you can save your energy to protect me.
See? Snuggles, you right here. We right here, man. We right here.
You see this face?
Get it. He get it.
Don't.
Wait, how Augustus?
Don't.
Augustus, how you gonna call me the listen doctor? That's a whole nother
The what?
dude. The listen doctor. You bogus, and I'm putting you out there on blast. He gonna call me the listen doctor. That's somebody totally different on YouTube, sir. I am the doctor of discussion.
That is funny.
Yes, the relationship rehabber. That's who I'm is, sir. Yes, you hurt my feelings, man. I'm gonna cry after this broadcast. I just want you to know that. I ain't gonna cry like, but it's gonna be a single tear that's gonna be on the outside. That's just gonna roll down on the cheek. Just one.
Just one.
As I look at myself in the mirror at disappointment to say, he didn't know who I was. You hear the tremble in my voice. He didn't know who I was. So yeah. Hey, but I just wanted to say that was really good, honey. I like the fact that you were able to really articulate just the roles that we play, and it was no shame in that. It was just a thing of saying, hey, I trust him and I believe in him. And it's like that, I believe, is something that we've just totally gotten away from, because we, as much as we try to be independent of one another, we are constantly reminded just by the failures that we have in society that we truly do need each other. I am a strong believer in the fact that we are all supposed to be here on this earth together to help each other.
I agree.
We are made to connect with each other. And I can prove that by saying this. When you look at things that connect us, like the internet, your YouTubes, your Facebooks, even when you want to go back to your MySpace, when you go back to the AOL chat logs where you you got mail. That kind of stuff would not have taken off the way that it did unless there was just such a desire for us to connect. There is a true desire for us to be together, to help each other, and to just do things with each other. Because when you can become a part of something that is bigger than yourself, that is greater than yourself, that is where you can truly have just fulfillment and a sense of achievement. It is so much bigger and so much greater when you're able to do that. So it's like, that's just one of the things that I wanted to make sure that I drove home today, was that the way that we look at the family structure, the way that we look at how we interact and engage with each other on a regular basis, it is so important and so critical that we begin to rehab. Did he just tie that back in? Yes, he did just tie that back in. It is such a paramount thing that we must achieve. we must begin to learn how to rehab again, how to rehab that whole concept of family, that whole concept of mother and father together in the house raising children, because there is a balance that is needed that our children are not getting, which causes such an imbalance in our society. When you think about the things that are going wrong in the world, when you think about the things that are happening in the world, those children that are coming up in today's world, they are at such a disadvantage on that aspect of having a structure and a foundation. They're at such a disadvantage because we, as the generation before them, we have let that fall to the wayside. We have let that become something that it's secondary. It's not as important. In other societies, it is absolutely paramount. It is at the forefront, and it's like, it's not a thing of saying, well, who's right and who's wrong. It's about saying who's best in this position. It's about saying who's the most qualified in this position. And when you're talking about structure, discipline, logic, those are things that men bring to the table naturally. When you talk about nurturing, unconditional love, when you're talking about caregivers and caretakers, those are things that women naturally bring to the table. So it's like, not that the other sex doesn't do it, it's just that the fact that they do it better. So it's like, put each other in the best position. Right. Like you were saying, Eric, it's like you want people to play in their best position, because that is a sign of a great leader. A person who can leverage that and say, you know what, I have a team here and I have a bunch of players. That's one thing to look at your team and say, yep, we have a job to do. A true leader and a good leader knows how to leverage the talents and abilities of each of those teammates together to be able to win and to be able to win at the best, I guess, the best way possible, the easiest way possible. So it's like, could I be a 5'10" center? Yeah, I could, but I'm not going to be great at that. Me being 5'10", I would probably be better as a point guard as opposed to a center. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, having a leader or a coach be able to put me in that position, that sets the rest of the team up to be successful and to win. So that's what I'm saying. What do you think, Honey Bunny?
I just want y'all to know he only great because of me, because I tell him what to say. That's all I want to say. I'm just saying. Eric, all them conversations y'all be having at midnight, I be asleep, but we talk about it before I go to sleep. I'm just letting you know.
Do y'all hear this? Boy, I tell you. That's what they do. That's what they do.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yes, and I appreciate you so much, honey, because if it was
Thank
not
you,
for you, I would be lost and just somewhere in the gutter.
I am amazing.
Yes. No, I am amazing.
No,
Don't use my words now. I am amazing.
You know
okay?
what?
Okay? I am amazing. But what did he say? My parents have been married for 44 years and now going on 45 this year. See,
that's a blessing. My grandmother and grandfather was married 54 years before he died, and that was my example. And that's what I'm determined to do. I'm in it to win it. I'm in it.
And that is the thing. So it's like the fact that level. And here's my thing, Augustus. I thank you for correcting the name too. I see you made up for it. Yep, you made up for it there, boy. That's what I'm talking about. But the level of, and I don't know your parents. I don't know what type of marriage they had, but I can say clearly right off the bat, the level of commitment that they have to each other, that is just paramount. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that them 44 years or 45 years this year, those 45 years haven't all been rosy, haven't all been great. I'm sure there's been some ups and downs, some highs and lows. Mm-hmm. There's probably been some days where one or the other parent would want to be like, you know what, I should just end her right now. Or I should just end him right now, today, because I'm done. You have those moments, but there is such a commitment to say, well, hey, we're not going to get divorced. We're going to stay together.
That's right.
There's nothing that we're going to let tear us apart. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, what we have built, let no man tear us under. You know what I'm saying? So it's like having that level of commitment is something we don't have today. We don't have it where most people, when they get married, they lucky if they make it 5 years. The first 5 years, they make it them first 5 years, they doing it. We like, man, y'all been there 5 years. What's y'all secret? You know what I'm saying? It's like we have that, but that level of commitment, that's something that you have to establish right from the beginning. Say, hey, we gonna do this thing. We gonna be married. We gonna be together, and ain't gonna be no separation. You know what I'm saying? We gonna commit to each other to be together. And all of the other things that come along with that, learning how to talk to each other, learning how to respect each other, learning how to have arguments, learning how to set expectations, learning how to bring things to the forefront. Right. All of those things that you learn, you can learn those things along the way, but you have that main principle of just committing to be together and to be husband and wife, because that's how you started out and that's how you want to finish at the end of the day. So your children will learn from that. Your children's children will learn from that, because they'll look back and say, I want to be like my great grandfather was. I want to be the man. When a child can look and see his father, he can see himself and who he wants to be. Mm-hmm. He can see somebody that looks like him, that is teaching him how to be a young man and a grown man, a father and a husband, a brother, and all that. When he can also look and see his grandfather be the same thing to his father that he sees. He can see that. He can see that trend, that relationship. He can see how it is, how that hierarchy transcends from saying, hey, this is granddaddy. He at the end of the day, if he got to make an OG call, granddaddy will. You know what I'm saying? When he can see that and see his father be that kid that he is to his daddy, that resonates with a kid. That resonates with when you can see that type of authority, that chain, that pecking order. That lets you know your role and where you need to be and what you need to do, because one day you're going to be that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that is the thing that we need to start bringing back, and we need to start really caring about and making sure that we're bringing to the forefront, because we don't have that today. We don't have that blueprint. Most kids today, they may know their grandmama. They might be living with their grandmama at the end of the day, but their great grandparents, they don't usually have any type of stories or any type of lineage to where they can actually see that. They can't see their great granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? Because he either wasn't in the picture or he's already gone. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you don't have that family intact, you don't get to hear those stories of what your grandfather was, what your great-grandfather was, what your great-great-grandfather did. You don't get that. And I think that creates such a disservice, and it definitely diminishes your identity, because you can't look to see, this is what I'm supposed to do, this is what I'm supposed to be, and when I meet these qualifications, now I can become something more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we need to have that blueprint in place so that we can know our role, so that we can know who we're supposed to be in the position that we are supposed to play.
I agree. You agree? I definitely agree. Throughout anything, if you have the same goal of not being without each other, then no matter what we go through, it's nothing. It's nothing at all. We can get through anything. So, and as long as you accept a person for who they are, and you know, I think that not try to make them who you want them to be, and accept them for who they are. For example, the dish situation with us, our first, I think it was like a year.
She putting all our business out.
It was like a year or something, almost a year.
She is putting
and I'm gonna tell y'all. Oh my God. I'm gonna tell y'all. Augustus, I didn't believe in divorce either. This is my second marriage. That's all I want to say. So
she don't believe.
I didn't believe in divorce either.
She believe in it now. She did, but that was
first time when I first got married. The first time. You see what I'm saying? All right. So, with dishes, I'm gonna say dishes. Okay. The doctor of discussion does not. He told me when we were dating he didn't like to wash dishes. I'm like, oh, that's no problem, right? Until you come home and you wash all the dishes, and then he put one in there and won't wash that one. I'm telling y'all, drove me crazy. So let me tell you what I did. I'm just gonna be honest. So he came home one day and was like, "What a bowl I like." I'm like, I don't know. Y'all see my face? I was like, I don't know, right? So I threw the bowl in the garbage because I didn't feel like washing it, and he didn't wash it, so threw it in the garbage. And then he was like, okay, well, he went in the garbage outside, y'all. He went outside, and he got he seen the bowl, like, so why you throw the bowl in the garbage? I said, I'm tired of washing dishes. He was like, but I told you when we were dating, I didn't like washing dishes. And I'm like, I know, but I'm tired of washing the dishes. And I wash the dishes and you put one back in the sink. And he was like, okay, so I'm like, so at that point I had to realize, do I want to argue for a bowl? Just wash the bowl. So now if we got 74 dishes, I'm okay with washing 74 dishes. Because at the end of the day, I don't want any problems. I don't want confrontation. And I know who he is. He told me that before. But I was so in love. I was, okay, well, no problem. It was a problem. But I didn't realize it was a problem until it was really bothering me. Rather than me saying, babe, can you just wash this one dish? Me knowing he didn't like to wash dishes. But, we got through that. And I think we only had like 2 disagreements in our whole time of being married. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't want to be without him. And he don't want to be without me. He can't be without me, y'all. I'm just saying. So, I think the outcome is to stay together and we're going to get through whatever.
Now,
so.
here's the other part to that. We've actually had several different discussions or arguments or whatever, but because I have such a good chokehold,
Jesus Christ,
I usually put her out and she don't remember. Like, cause when you do a sleeper hold correctly and they go out, they'll forget like the 5 minutes before of what happened. So when she wakes up, she just like, what was we talking about? I'd be like, girl, you took a nap. And then she be like, oh, let me go wash this dish. And I'd
Eric,
be like, yeah, that's right.
Eric, I see you say.
I'm just saying, that's what you do. It's the sleeper hole. When you be like, you know what, honey?
I
you
can't.
right. Come here. And you put that on. You get all up in that and you, yeah. Mm-hmm. And
I
then
can't.
she go to sleep. You just lay on down. Go to sleep. Like Debo, like, go to sleep. And she gone. Then when she wake up, she done lost them 3 to 4 minutes before that. Because the wind and stuff catches her and it cuts off the brain circulation. And it's like a memory wipe.
Eric,
it's like you delete.
Eric,
it's like she deletes some files.
I can't.
And once them files is deleted, she wake up like, what happened, babe? I be like, girl, you took a nap. It's cool. Well, I'm gonna go wash these dishes then, and I don't remember what we was talking about. Like, I know. So
anyway, Eric,
I digress.
Eric, I see you said sometimes God saves your best for last. I agree.
Oh yeah, I'm the last.
I've been through some things in life, and I want to say that if I had to go through that all over again for the outcome of the life that I have and the husband that I have, I would do it all over again. I don't think that if I wouldn't have gone through the things I went through, I wouldn't have known how to love him right. I think I would have not been such a good wife, to be honest, because I don't think that I had to be treated bad to know what it's like to feel like to be treated good. I think personally for me, I don't think I would have loved him the way he is supposed to be loved. I wouldn't have appreciated him at all if I wouldn't have went through what I went through. So I agree with that.
Yeah. Hey, Snuggles. Yeah, washing dishes is a woman's job. That's right. Boy, I like that boy. I'm telling you, washing dishes, a woman's job. That's right. But I guess it's like, I think that my wife compliments me more than what I ever thought that a woman could. In all reality,
won't he do it?
The thing that I'm gonna give her props right now. This one time, and I'm gonna actually put a timer on
my
it.
credit
For like, yeah, I'm gonna give you your credit. I'm gonna give you about a good 45 seconds of this. But my wife, she compliments me, and she really does make me better in that respect, because a lot of things that I'm not, she is. And I think especially that truly shows up when it comes to raising our daughter. The things that I do well when it comes to raising our daughter, and the things that she does well when it comes to raising our daughter, it truly is a testament as to how well we work together. And I like to be able to see that. I like to be able to see that our children that we have and will have in the future will benefit from our relationship. They will see that chemistry that we have. They will see the teamwork that we have to say, well, this is what I need to make sure that I can do and can achieve and become, so that I can be that for my husband and for my wife, or whatever the case may be down the line. So I definitely have to attribute that to her, because she has done such a tremendous job at complimenting me, that, like I said, it definitely far exceeds any of my expectations that we've had. And it's like, really, like, it's almost 1:00 here, and some dude is outside with a hot rod, like, punching it. Oh my God, I don't know if y'all can hear this or not. Can they hear that, Mike? I don't know if y'all can hear this or not, but that make you want to go get the pistol.
No,
I'm telling you,
that make you
like,
want to go get on your motorcycle.
wow.
That got me.
At 1 a.m, like, it is what it is. But I just want to definitely say that definitely matters, and that means so much. That dishes thing, though, I set that expectation when we was talking before we even got engaged. I told my wife I hate doing dishes, because I always used to have to do dishes when I was a kid, and I hated it, and I hated it, and I hated it, and I hated it. But when we got married, my wife, she brought that back up to me, and I was able to just lean back and rest on the information that I provided early on, and that expectation of saying, hey, I don't do dishes. I don't like to do dishes. I don't wash dishes. Now, have I washed the dishes too? Yeah, every once and again. But my wife does 97% of the dishes in the house. Might be 98%. I do like 2% of the dishes. Every once in a while. Maybe one on Christmas, one on Easter, and one on Mother's Day. Maybe I'll do a dish. I'll wash it. Won't dry it. I'll put it in the rack.
Shouldn't he do dishes for Mother's Day, y'all? Go ahead and put in the comments.
Nope.
Let him know. Y'all put in the comments if y'all think he should really do dishes on Mother's Day.
Put it in there. Put it on in there. Go right ahead. Put it on in there. Yeah, go ahead. He said, you like to iron and cook. Now, see, I don't mind
He'll
cooking.
cook, y'all.
I cook. I
Yes, he
lazy
do.
down. I'm like the
Yes, he
black
do.
Bobby Flay, baby. I can do that.
He do that.
all day. But that's just
Iron.
one of our things.
Iron.
I ain't really no big iron. I throw something in the dryer
In a minute.
before I iron it. That's just me. Yes, I'm trifling. I know it. But that's just what it do. Dr. Love.
Whose job is it to cook and clean?
Let me hear what you're going to say, brother. The job of cooking and cleaning is the homemaker, which is the woman. She is the primary of that. However, because that is part of my repertoire and part of my forte, I will get in that kitchen and do the thing. I will do the damn thing because I like to cook. I'm not a person that would like to cook for 30 people, but I do like to cook. It gives me peace. It relaxes me. It's like a good therapy thing for me. So I like to cook. So we don't have a problem in the kitchen at all. When it comes to cleaning, my wife, she does that. She is the cleaner. My wife is the homemaker, man. She makes this house into a home. She is not meant to live alone. She's turned this house into a home. When I come upstairs and turn the key, she better be there, saying that she's still in love with me. So she does that. As far as like the dishes, she does that. When it comes to clothes, now I'll throw some clothes and I'll wash some clothes. I don't do the folding, but I definitely wash them. I wash the clothes, I take out the garbage, all that good stuff. But yeah, I guess at the end of the day, like I said, she is the best position player, co-pilot, whatever you want to call it. She is that. She is all of that. And then some when it comes to that. I definitely must admit that. There is nothing Ike. I could never. That's right. That Ike, boy, hey, we're going to start a channel. Call it, I want to be like Ike. I want to be like Ike. Like Ike. If I could be like Ike. Whoa, be like Ike. Like Ike. Anime. If I could be like Ike. But yeah, my wife, she really does that part really well, and like I said, it makes me want to do the things that I need to do to take care of our household, to take care of our daughter, take care of my wife, because she makes it work for me. So when I come home to a castle. I come home to a place of zen. I come home to my kingdom, and I know that it is in order because my queen has taken care of the subjects. She is taking care of the castle. She's taking care of all of those things that keep this kingdom running. And I truly love and appreciate her for that. So,
Thank you, husband.
we've been going for how long now? About 2 hours almost? Yeah, buddy. It's been a good one. I guess we can now begin to wrap it up. I love this teamwork. You have to go in. Really refreshing to see. I appreciate that, Snuggles. Does anybody have any questions? Let me take a few questions. Anybody got some questions they want to ask? Anybody got anything that they want to run by us, for me or for my wife? Whatever the case may be, shoot them out. Shoot. All right, I'm gonna let it roll for a couple minutes. My beautiful wife, is there anything that you would like to say to the lovely people? Any closing remarks? Anything that you would like to leave us with on tonight?
I just think you have to pick a mate that compliments you. For example, you don't like weave. I got long hair. So,
damn
hey,
straight. I don't do that.
You don't like makeup. I don't know how to put it on no way.
That's
so
right.
we good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't like to clean up. I like to clean up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we compliment one another. So.
Absolutely. Pick somebody that compliments you. I like that. I definitely like that. What do you think is the key element in making a marriage work? Honey Bunny, you want to take that?
Never wanting to be without each other. I don't ever want to be without him. So whatever I got to do, I'm gonna fix it. Period.
Yeah,
because
man.
I'm happy where I am, and I want him to be happy with me. So I work out, I do my hair, I get my nails done. I make sure that instead of him looking at somebody else, he gonna look at me. I'm gonna give him something to look at. So that's what's important to me. And
Yes.
I mean, he loves me for me. So I think that that's important. He accepts me for who I am. He know I love riding motorcycles. He know I want to be an investigator. I just graduated. He supported me in the things that I want to do in my dreams, and I support him in his. Team Redmond.
That's what's up.
That's it.
I think that for me, what I think is the key element is your work ethic that you have towards your marriage. I look at my marriage as a business. I look at my marriage as a corporation. And even though it's my name that's on the business and all that, I still love my job. I love who I work with. And I'm going to do any and everything I possibly can to make sure my business is successful. So if that comes to me having meetings with my wife to make sure that things are okay, I do check-ins, I take inventory. I always have an open door policy, and whenever something is going on that affects our business, I'm definitely talking to my business partner. So it's like I have that type of mentality to where I always want to make my business better than what it is. I have that mentality to where my business is more important to me than anything else. So it's first, and it's my job that I get up and go and work at to support it. I make sure that I do whatever it takes to keep it going. I do whatever it takes to make it grow. That's what my job is, and I love my job. So when you looking at my marriage like that, I know that it's never going to be perfect, but as long as I'm working at it, it's always going to get better. So I think that is the key element.
I also want to say that I make sure that I put him first and he puts me first, so that leaves nobody lacking. I'm not worried about just me. I have to worry about him first, and as long as things are okay with us, then there's no problems in the world. I mean, at the end of the day, I want this to be successful, so I'm gonna work at it. It is a marriage is like a job.
Yeah,
actually, it is. And one thing I look forward to is, like, if we go to Chicago, we will turn the radio off and talk the whole way. And I will say, so honey, is anything we need to talk about? How's everything going? So we gonna do this thing one more year or what? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that it's important to be transparent and to be honest, because if you can't be transparent and honest with your mate, then who can you be transparent and honest with? So at the end of the day, the goal is to be one and be a team, and that's the number one thing. I make sure I put him first, and with him doing the same for me, it can't fail, basically.
It's the yin and yang. It's a
Yeah.
symbiotic relationship that works together because we are taking care of each other. So it's like, and I guess my thing that I want to leave is, at the end of the day, everything that we do together, everything that we bring to each other, the things that we try to make work, the things that we discuss, the things that we have issues with, because we don't always get along. It ain't always just the best place in the world to be, but we always want to work to make it better, and we want to fix what may be broken, what may seem broken, or what may seem to have some work, or what may seem to be rehabbed a little bit. We always have that mentality, so it's like that's what makes it work. That's what makes you want to be a part of it, because we are always constantly trying to improve ourselves. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, I want my marriage, I want my wife, and I want to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be every day. And I know that that takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of commitment, and it takes a lot of love to do that. And I love my job. I love my wife. I love my family, and I love myself. And with those things that are all coming together and working together, that's what makes it worthwhile. That's what brings the reward, and that's what makes us happy at the end of the day. So I guess we can wrap it up with that. I hope that this, as always, has been something that's been entertaining. I hope that we made you laugh. I hope that you had a good time. I hope you was able to learn something. And I hope that this will not just make the people that came in and checked in with us today, but those that may see this later. I hope that this makes you become a better version of yourself. I love you guys. I appreciate the time. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the comments. You could have been any place in the world tonight, but you chose to be here with me. And I appreciate that. Yeah, but I really do. I thank you guys so much for your time and just for your energy that you've given us on tonight. It's really been amazing. I ask that you guys keep passing this word on, keep subscribing. I don't know if I'm gonna be going to jail if I don't have these 200 subscriptions by tonight. This may be the last Relationship Rehab live because I'm gonna be in jail because y'all didn't subscribe. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody that checked me out on Facebook tonight. I apologize for messing up the stream the first time. I started it back up, but I was using the wrong device, and my producer had to straighten me out to get me right. He did, and next time it'll be better. You guys definitely go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. I already told everybody early at the beginning of the stream that if I didn't have 200 subscribers tonight, that my parole officer was going to violate me, and my community service wasn't going to be fulfilled, and I was going to be in jail. So if y'all want to keep me out of jail, go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, The Relationship Rehab, on YouTube, youtube.com, The Relationship Rehab. I will have to check in with my parole officer on Monday. So please keep me out of jail, okay? Do you see the eyes? When the eyes get big, that means it's serious. Check and go and subscribe, please. But I just want to say thank you, everybody to Facebook that checked me out. Everybody that just gave me some time and some energy tonight. I appreciate you. I love you guys. And is there anything that you want to say to everybody before we get off, Honey Bunny?
No. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you for supporting my husband and
Yes.
calling in and the comments and everything. We made 200.
We made 200. I ain't going to jail. Thank y'all so much.
Oh.
I'm not built for jail, y'all. It's just not me. That is not me. I'm not built for jail. I'm allergic to jail. When I go to the jailhouse at my job to fix their computers, I get nervous. I be sweating. I break out in hives. I be itching and scratching. I'm allergic to jail, people. Thank y'all so much. I just couldn't do it. I wasn't going to be able to go in there. I was going to just top of the world and be out of here. But thank you all. I appreciate everybody. I love you guys. And man, at the end of the day, I hope that this helps you become a better version of yourself. I'm Brian Redman, the Relationship Rehab, a.k.a. the Doctor of Discussion. We're going to get rid of this guru thing. The Doctor of Discussion. Eric, Augustus, I'm calling you out. Snuggles, the Doctor of Discussion. Or the Relationship Rehabber. I'm a rehabber in rehab. I rehab things. I'm a rehabber. Okay. Rehabber, Doctor of Discussion. The DOD. You get it? There it is. I appreciate y'all. I love you guys. Thank you so much, and thank you to my beautiful, amazing wife.
Snuggles called you Dr. Love.
See, he's still doing it. Damn you, Snuggles! But thank you so much, my wonderful wife. You did an amazing job.
welcome,
I'm so
honey.
proud of you.
I hope I made you proud.
You did.
Because y'all do know I'll be asleep right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I am
Y'all see the
not
eyes?
going to choke you out on tonight. You are going to go to sleep the normal way. It is fine. So, because I did tell her I was going to put her in the sleeper and put that on and get her down and take her to sleep. I was gonna put it on her. She do what she's supposed to do on tonight. So, but thank you so much, baby. I appreciate
To the Relationship Rehab, I just want y'all to see what I deal with when the camera go off.
That's right.
Yeah.
School of Ike.
That's it.
Come on.
Keep me in your prayers, please. That's all I'm saying.
All right, y'all. I thank y'all, and I love you guys. And as always, I'm out.